Frustrated with the quality of your old games on your modern TV?
Hello? Is anybody there? Telephonic. Robotics.
Oh, hi. Hello. My name is Nathaniel Ritz, and this is Telephonic Robotics. You know, retro consoles don't play nicely with HD TVs, but the RetroTINK2x is an affordable little device that can get your retro game console looking great on a modern TV without a lot of fuss. The RetroTINK2x is one of a series of devices designed to accept older signals and convert them into something a modern TV immediately understands, straight over an HDMI cable. It's an important part of a group of devices that I use as I introduce my young kid to the vast legacy of classic consoles from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. If you've ever tried to connect a retro console to a modern display using the cables that came with the system, it's probably looked and played almost nothing like you remember. They always seem to look so much better on an old CRT display. But old CRT displays are dying. At least they're dying faster than the original hardware you're trying to use, at least. So what do? Well, you have the games and the systems. Do you give them up and emulate instead? Maybe. Maybe you've tried a cheapo HDMI dongle on Amazon. If so, you've probably learned that they look and play badly too. What gives? The simple answer is that the digital processor in your TV was never designed to handle the signal that comes from an older gaming console, and they just get wigged out. The cheapo HDMI dongles don't do anything to help on their own either. This is where the RetroTINK2x comes to the rescue. How does it work? Well, you may have heard of terms like HD, 1080p, or 4K, in contrast to something called standard definition. Each of those is describing how much visual information is present in a video signal. 1080p, for example, has 1080 pixels from top to bottom. But retro consoles older than the Dreamcast only send 240 pixels in the same time frame. 240 is half the SD standard specified at 480p or 480i, way lower than full HD. This half resolution is what gives retro consoles their iconic appearance on CRTs, with blank scan lines that lend them their very specific aesthetic. While the signal from the console was originally a progressive signal, the half resolution of a 240p signal confuses the TV and it misinterprets the signal as a 480i signal. And while it might try its best, it has to work harder than it should to display an image on your screen as it tries to treat the game like a VHS movie.
Boy, are we in big trouble.
But if you doubled the resolution, your TV would be so much happier, and then you could be happy too. Equipped so that you can get the most out of your old console, it supports both component and S-video signals. While you can connect an old composite yellow video cable, you generally want to avoid using it due to flickering. Oh hi, it's me. It's not just the flickering in a yellow video cable that's the problem. The picture quality in general is much muddier and blurrier, and outside of some very narrow circumstances where you might want that effect, you want a component or S-video cable pretty much all the time. Cable quality matters. Okay, back to the video. The buttons on the side let you switch between inputs, and there is an optional smoothing mode, which I found can be useful when trying to reproduce the visual presentation these games had on CRT screens back in the 90s. I have another video plan to look into that with greater detail, so stay tuned for that. Take your console cables, plug them into this device, connect it to your power, your TV, and wha-bam, no more lag. And the visual quality looks so much closer to how the game was designed to look. Let's look at some comparisons between using a device like this versus trying to connect your console directly to your TV. So what we are looking at right now is Chrono Cross for the PlayStation 1 connected directly to the panel using a yellow video cable. At first glance, the image quality might not look too bad, but there is a lot of sawtooth combing effects visible on the panel as soon as there is motion. While it might not be too apparent on YouTube, it's very noticeable on your TV. When you jump up to a better video cable, in my case, the Retrovision HD component video cables for the PlayStation 2, you'll see much better colors. But we haven't yet applied the line doubling from 240p to 480p, so you still see the sawtooth effect. Now on the screen is the game connected through the device with line doubling enabled. Motion is now steady and responsive. And once we enable smoothing, the end result is a lot better than the yellow video cable where we first started. Personally, I like the look of the smoothing mode with a light touch of scan lines on top, but that's a personal preference. Well, that's it for now. I'll include a link to where you can find this device and others like it. As well, check out RetroRGB's in-depth review if you want to learn more about this device and others like it. So, tell me what you think. Do you have an old console stowed away that you'd love to revisit? Tell me in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, even a little bit, please consider giving this video a like, or maybe consider subscribing so you can brag to everyone you were here first. But seriously, subscribe. Anyway, you can find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/telephonicrobotics, and company is always welcome. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye!